Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If your child is going into first grade, time concepts will be one of his or her math expectations. So, is your child ready for first grade time concepts? Let's get into it right now.
It's like every day.
Any math activity has to be fun, so what better way than to have your first grader do a cut and paste activity. So what you can do is have them use the scissors to cut out the numbers and place the numbers numerically where they go on the clock face. That way it will help them to remember, and if they're taking part in it, it's going to help them to well, not only have fun, but to physically remember where those numbers go, as opposed to you just showing them the clock, right? So we have the obviously the analog clock, and of course we're living in a digital and technological age, so it's good to teach them the digital clock at the same time as the analog clock. So if you're showing them 1 o'clock, usually in first grade they do o'clock and they do 30. So let them know that the long hand on the 12 and the short hand on any of the other numbers would be an o'clock time, right? So 1 o'clock on the analog clock, 1 o'clock on the digital clock, and so on. And then you can progress and move on to 30. So 1:30, and then you show them that on the digital clock as well. Another option would be to show them this physical clock, and I love this clock that I'm going to show you right now. I love this one because, as you can see, not only do you have the numbers going around, you have the 5-minute increments also showing them, so they can visually see, I should say, that 1 is 5, 2 is 10, and so on, right? Now, I love also the fact that the hands are different colors, right? So you can show them, let them know that this is the minute hand, which is the long hand, which actually touches the numbers as it goes around the clock clockwise. So the time always goes to the right. And then you have the short hand or the hour hand, which is red. And this particular clock, the short hand doesn't move unless the long hand moves, right? So you can see I can't physically move this hour hand. So that's also a good thing, because it will let them know that as the long hand rotates and makes the hour, right, so does the shorthand moves as it goes around, right? So that's another good way. That's what I love about these clocks as well. They're made by Learning Resources, so it's that's something that you can look up to see to buy, and it also has a nice stand, so you can lay it on a table or whatever, so that the child can learn as they're going along with these clocks. Another good thing I would say to practice with your child is you can show them, say for instance, 1:30, and ask them, what time would it be 1 hour from now? Right? What hour would it be half an hour from now? Because in first grade, they're going to be learning the o'clock and they're going to be learning the 30, right? So in half an hour increments or an hour increment. So you can always ask them that, and start with an o'clock time and say, what time would it be in half an hour from now? Show them a half an hour and say, what time would it be in 1 hour from now? That way they're learning the increments of time in hours and in half hours. Another concept of time is morning, afternoon, and night. What do we do in the morning? What type of things do we do in the afternoon? What type of things do we do at night? So you can have these little pictures that you can give to your child and ask them, okay, does the sun come out in the morning, afternoon, or night? Do we brush our teeth before we go to bed in the morning, afternoon, or night? Do we get on the school bus in the morning, the afternoon, or night? So you're breaking up the day so that they will know that there's different parts of the day, right? Because we don't want them to lose that time concept, because we all know time is very important. So we want them to get used to that as soon as possible. What do we do in the morning? There's many pictures that you can grab, get together, cut them out and have them, another cut and paste activity actually, and have them put them on a chart. When do we do this? You have a column of morning, you have a column of afternoon, you have a column of night, and then have them sort through the pictures. When do we do this activity? When do we do this one? Right? When do we, when we wake up, is that morning, afternoon, or night? It might seem a little much for us as adults, because we already know, but for first graders, remember, they're just transitioning from kindergarten. So, and it's a very big transition from kindergarten to first grade, so we need to get them to understand these concepts of time. Another important time concept that we want them to know is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. You can also label it as past, present, and future. We want them to know the difference between those three parts of the day, so that they're not completely lost. All right, so okay, what did you do yesterday? Show them the calendar. The calendar will be a good thing to let them see that, okay, today's the 4th, yesterday was the 3rd, and tomorrow is going to be the 5th. Right, so that they know that as they wake up, just like the numbers on the clock face, they go with the numbers on the calendar, obviously up to 12, but it depends on what the number of the day is, right? So you can match it with the number on the clock as well, if you so wish to do that, so you can let them know, okay, what did we do yesterday again? And write down or remember small things that they did, and have them tell you what they did yesterday. And then today, you can let them know, today we're going to do, and then whatever activity you have set up for them that day, and then tomorrow you go back to the same thing and say to them, okay, yesterday we did what did we do yesterday? So you're constantly refreshing their mind and asking them questions, and then you can also let them know, okay, tomorrow we're going to do this. All right, and then when you get to that day, then you say to them, okay, yesterday, what did I say we was going to do? Right, so you're constantly reminding them of these time concepts. So a calendar is a good way to have them to remember yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Do you only have to show your child the o'clock and the 30? No, of course. Of course not. You know your child better than anyone else. So if your child can learn more, then by all means, show him or her more. You can show them the 15 and the 45, which is the 3 or the 9. And if they can go further than that, then you can show them the whole clock. Just make sure that you're asking them questions along the way, so they know that 60 minutes make a complete hour. And then as you're going around the clock, you're showing them especially the o'clock, the 15, the 30, and the 45, if you want to go that far. But definitely in first grade, they're going to show them the o'clock, and they're definitely going to show them the 30. I love time concepts, so keep continually showing your child who's going into first grade as many time concepts as possible. It's very important to let them know the time of the day, the months that we're living in, the calendar, the present tense, past tense, future tense, with the time and everything. Just keep continually showing them all the time concepts that you can. By all means, if there's anything that I have left out, then please add it to the comments below, so everyone can share and have a look and see what type of activities that they can get their first grader involved in. Like, comment, and subscribe with that notification bell, so you know every time I upload, which is every Wednesday. And I will see you next time in another math video. Thank you for watching. Class dismissed.